Well, Sydney Sweeney, she's white, guys. She has great genes. Mm-hmm.
She's taking back the feminist movement back to what, the 50s?
I'd say the feminist movement and like the human rights movement, because baby, this was some, I think they call it propaganda style-ish. Like,
you said something about it, and then I was like, oh, I think this is kind of everyone's trajectory when you hear about this ad thing, because it popped up in my feed just randomly one day, and I was like, how long has this been going on? And then you immediately are like, people are overreacting. This is those fucking snowflakes. But then once I heard the dialogue, and I was like, whoa, like there's no real argument there. They're really saying the words there.
If you have no idea what happened this week, Sydney Sweeney, they're shoving into our eye holes in every opportunity possible. And I'm going to say a controversial opinion here right off the top. I don't think Sydney Sweeney's pretty. I think she has big boobs, but I don't look at her as someone being like, wow, she's the sex symbol for our generation. And I'm so needing to have her genes passed down. I think she looks like any girl that you would find anywhere, except that she has big old knockers, and good for her. She has capitalized. And I mean, just saying. So the whole premise of this is that she's talking in voiceover for an American Eagle jeans ad. And she's like, did you know that genes are passed down through generations? I wish I had the actual ad copy, because it's like it goes even your eye color, your offspring. She's like, it goes through your offspring, and everyone's like, the immediate reaction to all of
the camera's like, panning up, and then she like zips, like it's panning up like right on her crotch, and then she zips up her pants or undoes her pants.
It's just her tits. I think it actually goes down to her zipping up the pants. And it's
there's
like,
a couple different versions of this, but it ends with her saying, everybody wants my jeans, and my jeans are blue because I have blonde hair and blue eyes, and I look like I look like Hitler's youth.
Okay, I actually want to do a preface here. I know I just said that I don't think Sydney Sweeney's very pretty. I would like to also preface saying that I don't think I'm very pretty. So anyone who's going to somehow stumble across this video and is like, you fucking ugly piece of shit, why are you talking about Sydney Sweeney? I'm saying it from a perspective of that this woman is being shoved down our throats in a way that seems coordinated. And after this ad and some of her other, like, did you see that? Like her family, she threw her mother like a birthday party that was like, make 60 great again, and that was part of the controversy of her like a year or two.
Did she like have it on a plantation or something?
They had red hats, and it was like a MAGA themed birthday party.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Make 60 great again on these red hats.
Oh.
And so people since then have been like, well, she's like, it's weird because they're like, oh, we know under the cover she's MAGA or whatever, or she's representing that. And I hate to say it. I'm sorry, MAGA. I don't hate to say it. It's the truth. MAGA at this point is connected to white supremacy. Watch this get demonetized, but I got to be real here. And so when you watch this and have it added in that other factor too, and with what's going on right now in the world, I don't know that the right people were in charge of deciding that this was right. They're like, and I will say, I've seen recent TikToks subsequently where one came up and was like, this is
what I was just about to say. Was it a girl that used to work marketing?
There's
a girl that used to work marketing for American Eagle, and she's like, I'm telling you that she used to work social media. And she's like, the social media team was always irritated at like the higher ups because like we had no powers. She's like, don't be mad at the social media or the marketing team. This is all the big wigs, the big old white rich men.
What I saw was someone saying, here are the people who work at American Eagle and the upper brand or whatever it is. And it just showed headshots of people like director of this. They were all, let's say it together. White. And I think only one of them even had brown hair. They literally all had blonde hair and blue eyes. So you are now putting a blonde hair, blue-eyed person. You are blonde hair, blue-eyed yourself. And we are also in the time when there is a huge rise, as though that is a problem that's ever not been happening. but it has obviously been sparked and allowed by the administration that's happening, or the regime that they say in the United States, which I'm very glad that South Park talks shit about them. In fact, if you're interested, make sure that you check out one of our other weekly Roundup videos too, because we're going to do one all about the episode where the introduction of Trump on South Park. I'm really excited. Also, Amanda saw Fantastic Four and Eddington, so make sure that you watch those parts too. You can find them all on our page. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit like, all of that stuff. I don't know why I just felt like I just turned.
No, that was a good segue. Let me.
What do you think, though? Ultimately, what's going to happen next?
I think this is a really bad business decision. I think that her career. I think she needs to go away for a little bit, or she needs to do some like amazing project. I actually think she's a pretty good actress. She's really good in Euphoria. She's okay in White Lotus, I thought.
I personally, guys, if you're new here, go back and watch a lot of my weekly Roundup shit. I hate Sydney Sweeney's acting in everything I see her in. Well, she was fine in White Lotus. Yeah. She didn't really have much deep to do. And I have never watched Euphoria because I don't want to watch teenagers.
I mean, she's making a lot in Euphoria.
I don't
they're
like that.
Also weirdly paying a very clear homage to those Brooke Shields Calvin Klein ads, which
she was underage.
Yeah, she was like 14.
And she's now come out subsequently
in
later in life and said that
her whole biography was like,
horrible.
That was, yes, it was fucked up. People weren't really like thinking that were that great back then either. It was like weird and creepy. So why are we paying homage to that?
I think it kind of shows a shift that is happening that, again, they address in that South Park episode where Cartman is so pressed that woke is dead. And so he doesn't know what to be because just saying the R word or saying slurs they mean nothing in South Park world. Now they still obviously mean here.
Yeah.
But in their world, it's like those don't mean anything. So the bigots like don't feel powerful anymore because of it. And that's kind of what this is too. It all kind of connects. And I'm glad that people at least called it out too after the fact. It immediately had backlash. I don't think, I think with Sydney Sweeney, if you want to be taken any kind of serious, if you want to be any kind of actress of anything,
she needs to do an indie movie or something.
She needs to. I think this ad was terrible for obvious reasons. It sets back the entire world. It's not the kind of propaganda that we need to be seeing. I'm not going to say the kind of real word. I really think they don't like when you say that on YouTube, but it is propaganda for blonde hair, blue-eyed white people. Put these pieces together.
I saw a comment somewhere that said, Sydney Sweeney likes to pretend like her whole brand is like empowerment because it's consensual, but it like doesn't read that way. It still reads as like, I'm a little baby.
I'll tell you, it reminds me, again, controversial take. You know what? If you are watching right now and you hate our opinions, write in the comments, write the most scathing comment about how much you're disgusted by how much I said that I don't
call me fat. No.
Don't it'll all be about me because I said I think Sydney Sweeney isn't as pretty as they want us to lead her on to believe. It's that, MAGA people are terrible. I've said,
but John, sweetheart, do you not understand that women podcasters are inherently more hated than every male?
I think that's the world. I think that's called
I'm finding that.
But I will say, being a gay, I do get my fair share of bigotry too.
True, so that is true.
Luckily, we can reminisce about the way we've been treated over the world. Here's my thing with Sydney is, sweetie, if you ever want to be an actress, which I kind of am feeling like she doesn't.
Oh, yes.
I'm feeling like she doesn't care about being taken seriously at all as an actress because I keep seeing on TikTok before this. Now, yes, and I'm not making light of this ad. That's why I was starting to preface is I have seen now for, 2 months, Baskin Robbins ads with Sydney Sweeney in them. And she is, it's her standing there in a dress holding like a shake or like a waffle cone with ice cream in it that has gummy bears on it. Okay. Yeah, and she's like,
and she had that bathwater thing too, right? With the hole in it so that guys can fuck it.
See, I think they're using her as a tool.
I think she's fine with that.
Push there's I think it's called the Overton window. They're using her as the idea of, I don't think maybe that's not the right word. The Overton window is that if you move the dialogue, if like things just subtly become more acceptable, the more that you are shown them. And it feels like with her too, because they put out a bar of soap that was supposed to be scented like her bathwater, and it had a hole in the middle of it.
Now, the whole, I think, might not be true.
Oh, okay. Well, don't come to the weekly Roundup and Pod in the City for factual information. But I will say, if you want to come here for scathing bullshit like this, make sure that you stick around and you watch our other videos. And I think like I'm kind of done talking about Sydney Sweeney for now.
Oh, I have one more point.
Oh, you do?
I'm seeing a lot of TikToks because obviously my algorithm is very geared toward me. But it's a lot of it is these new studies that are coming out saying that this is like the lowest the birth rate has ever been, and like more women are enrolling in college than men now. And my demographic of 36 to 44, 45% of us are unmarried and childless. And I think that that's great, but I also think that that's going to mean that all the men are going to be way more pissed off now. And that's why they're doing this kind of thing where they're making the sexualization of women. And I don't know if I want to go this dark, but I almost seem like they want it to be more regular for you to be able to empower, to take to sexually abuse women. I think that seems like that. Just if we can normalize women being sexualized again. I don't think they like that we're because now women, since they overturned Roe v. Wade, a lot of women are like, well, then I'm not fucking anyone then.
And it also continues this whole trajectory of the world, which it was commented on and everything. Like when I think about like 30 Rock, like the sexy baby girl who's like, she's playing like kind of a Britney Spears type. It's happened since then. It's like the way that Sydney Sweeney talks in this. It's like this infantilized, like weird, like, it's like.
But I don't think she's doing it to be powerful. I think she's just
with
it. And that's kind of what bothers me about her.
Did you hear though? I heard this on another podcast that this ad, mind you, I did put this in because y'all, what jeans are we selling in this photo? Do these look flattering? Do these look cute?
She's wearing 2 pairs of jeans there.
And neither of them fit her. What is going on? Anyway, so I forgot what I was gonna say now. There's a lot of that too. So.
I think she looks beautiful here.
I don't disagree.
She's not great for the women's movement.
I feel like there's other women. Like, okay, here's my suggestion. The girl who played Karen in the Mean Girls movie, her name's Ivantika. I'm sorry. That woman is.
Oh, her. I thought Renee Rapp was going to be was in the talks for this, wasn't she?
That's another thing. Originally it was supposed to be Renee Rapp, and they cut Renee Rapp to put. Well, I think it's also because she's gay.
Yeah, too fat and gay.
She's not a person. I'm going to take a wild guess, and maybe they ran this by Renee Rapp and said, hey, Renee. He has blonde hair, blue eyes, too. And they said, my jeans or whatever. And she's like, I'm not an Aryan. Anyway, the end. Guys, let us know in the comments how you feel right now. Do you hate?
Renee Rapp is arguably like one of the hottest people walking around on earth.
She is very hot. She is very hot.
Her interview on Good Hang with Amy Poehler is great. She's such a bitch, and
she's sometimes really annoying, but it's okay. I would still say this was a stupid move, Sydney Sweeney, and I'm tired of seeing your Baskin Robbins ad because I will never eat.
Yeah, American Eagle isn't even really relevant anymore anyway. So bye, Sydney Sweeney.
Bye.
Let's get into some movies.
Yeehaw, guys.
It's Aminata's movie corner this week.
I was just going to say it's